Are you someone who feels everything so deeply? Do you ever find yourself getting completely swamped by the emotions of others or feeling overwhelmed by the world around you? If so, you might be an empath. Being an empath means you're highly attuned to the feelings and energy of others. It's like having an emotional antenna that's always on, picking up signals from everyone you meet. This can be a beautiful gift, allowing you to connect with people on a profound level. But let's be real, it can also be incredibly draining. You might absorb other people's stress, sadness, or anger, leaving you feeling exhausted and confused about which emotions are even yours. So, how do you stop feeling everything so deeply? The first thing to understand is that it's not about shutting off your emotions or building a wall around your heart. Your sensitivity is a part of who you are, and trying to suppress it is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It's just going to pop back up, probably with more force. The goal isn't to stop feeling, but to learn how to manage the flow of emotions so they don't drown you. Think of it like learning to surf. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to ride them. One of the most powerful first steps is simply recognizing and acknowledging that you're an empath. For so long, you might have felt like something was wrong with you. Why am I so sensitive? Why do I cry during commercials? Why does a crowded mall feel like an emotional battlefield? Giving your experience a name, empath, can be incredibly validating. It's not a weakness, it's a specific trait. This simple act of self-awareness is the foundation. You can start saying to yourself, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now because I'm picking up on a lot of energy. This isn't just me being too emotional. That shift in perspective is a game changer. Once you've acknowledged your empathic nature, the next crucial skill is learning to distinguish your feelings from others. This can be tough because for empaths, others' emotions can feel just as real and potent as our own. A simple but effective technique is to practice what I call an emotional check-in. Whenever you feel a strong wave of emotion, especially one that seems to come out of nowhere, pause and ask yourself, is this feeling mine? Take a deep breath and really sit with the question. Sometimes you'll find that the sudden anxiety you're feeling isn't yours at all. It belongs to your stressed-out coworker in the next cubicle. Or the sadness you feel is a lingering echo from a friend you just spoke with on the phone. Simply asking the question creates a small space between you and the emotion, giving you a chance to see it more clearly. Another way to create that space is through visualization. Your imagination is a powerful tool. A classic technique is the bubble or shield visualization. Before you go into a potentially overwhelming situation, like a family gathering, a busy store, or even just scrolling through social media, take a moment to close your eyes. Imagine a protective bubble of light surrounding you. It could be white, gold, or any color that feels safe and strong to you. See this bubble as a semi-permeable membrane. It allows your love and positive energy to flow out, but it blocks or filters out negative or overwhelming energy from coming in. You can even set an intention for your bubble, like only love and positivity can enter my space. This might sound a little out there, but it works by setting a conscious intention to protect your energy field. It's like putting on an energetic raincoat before you walk out into a storm. Let's talk about boundaries, because for empaths, they are not just important, they are essential for survival. Boundaries aren't about being mean or selfish. They are about self-preservation. This means learning to say no. As an empath, you naturally want to help and heal others, which can make you a magnet for people who need to offload their problems. But you are not a limitless resource. You have to recognize that your energy is finite. Saying no to a request that will drain you is saying yes to your own well-being. It could be saying no to that extra project at work, no to a social event you don't have the energy for, or even no to a friend who constantly uses you as an emotional dumping ground without offering any support in return. It will feel uncomfortable at first, but every time you set a healthy boundary, you reinforce the message that your needs matter too. Physical space is also a form of boundary. As an empath, you need regular alone time to decompress and return to your own emotional center. This isn't just a preference, it's a necessity. Being constantly surrounded by other people's energy, even positive energy, can be exhausting. Carve out pockets of solitude in your day. It could be a 15-minute walk by yourself during your lunch break, an hour of reading before bed, or even just closing your office door for a few minutes to breathe. This is your time to recalibrate. During this alone time, you can get back in touch with your own feelings and needs, without the constant input from the outside world. Think of it as plugging your phone in to recharge. You can't function on an empty battery, and your alone time is how you recharge your emotional battery. Grounding techniques are also your best friend. When you feel unmoored and swept away by emotions, grounding brings you back to your body and the present moment. It helps you anchor yourself when you feel like you're floating in a sea of other people's feelings. A simple way to do this is to focus on your senses. What are 5 things you can see right now? What are 4 things you can feel? The chair beneath you, the fabric of your clothes, the temperature of the air. What are 3 things you can hear? 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste? This 5-4-3-2-1 technique forces your brain to shift from abstract emotional chaos to concrete, physical reality. Another powerful grounding technique is to literally connect with the earth. Walk barefoot on grass or sand if you can. The physical sensation of the ground beneath your feet can be incredibly stabilizing. It's also important to be mindful of your media consumption. We live in a world of 24/7 news cycles, and for an empath, this can be brutal. The constant stream of tragic stories, political outrage, and global crises can feel like a personal assault. You feel the pain of the people in the stories. You absorb the collective anxiety and fear. It is not your job to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. It's okay to limit your exposure. You can still be an informed and compassionate person without flooding your system with negativity. Maybe that means checking the news just once a day, unfollowing accounts that constantly post distressing content, or consciously choosing to watch or read something uplifting instead. Be a gatekeeper for your own mind and heart. Another practical tip is to find a way to release the energy you've absorbed. If you've been in a heavy emotional environment, that energy doesn't just disappear. It can get stuck in your system, leading to physical and emotional symptoms. You need to give it a way out. Physical movement is one of the best ways to do this. Go for a run, have a dance party in your living room, do some vigorous yoga, or even just shake your body out. Shaking is a primal way animals release trauma and stress, and it works for us too. Water can also be incredibly cleansing. Take a bath or a shower with the intention of washing away any energy that isn't yours. Visualize the water rinsing it all down the drain. Crying is another powerful release. If you feel the urge to cry, let it happen. It's your body's natural way of processing and releasing pent-up emotion. Finally, focus on filling your own cup. As an empath, you give so much of your energy away. You have to be just as intentional about replenishing it. What brings you joy? What makes you feel alive and centered? Make a list of these things and make them non-negotiable parts of your life. It could be spending time in nature, listening to music, engaging in a creative hobby like painting or writing, playing with a pet, or spending time with people who uplift you and respect your sensitive nature. Surround yourself with people who get it, who don't tell you you're too sensitive, but instead appreciate your depth of feeling. These joyful, replenishing activities are not luxuries. They are vital for an empath's health. They fill your well so that you have something to give, without running yourself dry. Learning to manage your empathic nature is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you feel overwhelmed, and that's okay. The key is to be compassionate with yourself. You are learning a new set of skills, and it takes practice. Celebrate the small victories. The time you said no, the moment you recognized an emotion wasn't yours, the day you took time for yourself without feeling guilty. By implementing these strategies, acknowledging your gift, distinguishing your emotions, setting boundaries, grounding yourself, and replenishing your energy, you can move from feeling constantly overwhelmed to feeling empowered. Your sensitivity is not a curse, it's your superpower. And by learning how to wield it wisely, you can continue to be the compassionate, caring person you are without sacrificing your own well-being in the process. You can ride the waves instead of being pulled under by them. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And for more content on navigating life as a sensitive soul, be sure to subscribe. Take care of yourselves.